Hello, everyone. It's 9:45 here in London. I'm TK, and this is Coach on the Rocks. Welcome so much. Thanks for tuning in. It's a lovely morning here. Hopefully, it's the same for you. Even if it's not the morning, you're having a wonderful day and week. I certainly am. And today I wanted to talk about, again, hopefully something interesting, this time maybe more personal from a leadership point of view. So, I'm a leadership coach. I've been doing it for quite a while, but I'm also a practicing leader of a business. So, we've got a team and I'm one of the leaders, but I'm also a human being. And that means, sometimes mistakes are made by me and I don't always succeed as much as I want. But interestingly, what happened yesterday, it's something that I wanted to reflect on with you. Essentially, we've designed a very nice workshop for one of our clients. We're really looking forward to it. One of our team members is going to lead it. And, I was going about my day, having sales conversations, talking to potential clients and so on. I was on a meeting and I've seen some messages popping in the background on our messaging system. By the way, we use Discord. We can talk about it at some point. And after the call, not an easy one, I came to, looked at Discord, and it seems like one of the members of our team has been asking me for permission to buy a pack of stickers for £5. Now, because the sales calls was a bit frustrating, I didn't feel my best, and I was like getting angry at it. Why the hell is this wonderful person asking me for permission to buy something that they clearly need on something we agreed? And it's like, yeah, it's just £5. Really? You've got a card, just get it on. Thankfully, I've, caught myself being quite reactive in this style, and I gave the person some constructive feedback saying, look, right, you don't have to. In fact, it might have held you back and you wouldn't be able to get these stickers, order them to get delivered for you tomorrow and so on and so forth. But then I thought about what really made me angry. Not that they were wasting my time or holding back on doing something that, was needed to get this set of tools underway. It's mainly because despite doing my best to help people be self-organizing, take initiative, and so on, I'm not always succeeding. Sometimes, despite the fact that I think I'm making best efforts to help people empower themselves, because you can't empower anyone, they have to empower themselves, it isn't necessarily always working out. And yeah, I get it. The person might have been in a particular situation too, and they just wanted to ask. Maybe they also wanted to ask if these are the stickers that I thought would be best, which obviously I wasn't looking at it. But the frustration there is all about the fact that I want to model the right behavior to empower people, and yet they don't necessarily want to empower themselves. And we are at catch-22. I don't want to be the boss ordering them to empower themselves, and which takes empowerment away from them, which is a huge shame. And it's not an easy conundrum to solve. And I'm talking with a lot of my clients when I'm doing leadership development work with my wonderful team too. And this comes about quite a lot. But there is a solution, actually. And, also something that we talk about in our team. And, sometimes you forget about these things in terms of people know, but they don't always apply it. So there's a great guy, David Marquet, and he has an amazing book that I would suggest you read called Turn the Ship Around. There's also a nice drawing YouTube video about it. Definitely worth a watch. You can easily find it. David Marquet, I've actually tagged him in the post, and Turn the Ship Around. Essentially, what he says is there's obviously a spectrum. On one hand, you've got people asking for permission for everything. And, the story he tells is about a military submarine. So there's a lot of asking for permission and, the leaders directly giving orders, hierarchy military, which, isn't always the case in the actual military, but a separate conversation. And the other way is people doing things on their own and sometimes asking for forgiveness if something goes wrong. It's a spectrum. There's two ends, but he argues, and I think he's quite right. And they're actually using it in the U.S. Navy. There's a thing in between, which is intent-based leadership. And very simply put, because there's more to it as always, instead of asking for permission or doing things, even if you feel like can be risky, but then you'll ask for forgiveness because hey, that's what we're about. The middle way is to state your intent. The way it would work in this instance would be like, hey, I'm buying. You can post on the chat. I'm buying these stickers for £5, and I'm pulling the trigger before 1 p.m. so I get it tomorrow on Amazon Prime. And you're just stating intent. Someone can step in and say, hey, no, these stickers are better. Or no. I don't know if someone would say you can't spend £5, but whatever. Also, a good leader that leads with intent-based leadership can actually ask questions about safety. For instance, in a submarine, if all the hatches are closed, in this case would be, but have you found alternative stickers? Maybe we can get some more premium ones for £10. Have you looked at that, or something or one another, right? Or aren't you going out today? Maybe you can just swing by the stationery shop. Maybe you can just see them. These kinds of questions or suggestions are great, but if you're as a leader, you're okay with a decision, and obviously you are developing your wonderful people and you're trusting them, you can just say what David Marquet tends to say and what they say in the US Navy, which you can sometimes hear in their videos, which I've seen it once on like a giant, I think Nimitz class aircraft carrier making like a sharp turn or something. There's YouTube has everything. And there was like a helmsman making this turn, execute, and it's a difficult procedure to do a sharp turn on an aircraft carrier, I imagine, never been on one. And he did something, and then he said, I'm doing this and this. Did it? And the captain, might even be an admiral on such a ship, vessel, he said, very well, in his American proper Navy accent. And that just broke it for me, right? This is intent-based leadership. The guy stated his intention, started, before doing that, the captain said, very well, which is like, there's a consent, it's good, I trust you. The captain might have said nothing, but it's just like possibly an acknowledgement for that. I found it quite interesting, and this is how they lead in the US Navy, and possibly this is how you can possibly lead in your organization. Or if you're in the people team, and if you want to help your leaders grow, maybe recommend they watch the video with David L. Marquet. Easy to find on YouTube. Maybe ask me if you want a link. Read his book. It's also an audiobook. It's a great story. It's a great time to read and reflect on how you lead, as we do reflect at Humble Associates. All right, I've been talking for quite a while, but maybe because I'm actually not here tomorrow in my Sky office, I will not be going live. Other arrangements, some clients wanted me at this time, and some priorities. Can't always be with you, but I'll definitely be thinking about you and thinking about interesting things to talk about on the next Coach on the Rocks, which I do hope will be on Monday, after the summer solstice that we have today. Hopefully you're not painting Stonehenge, which is like a thing that happened today, but I understand people being really emotional and wanted to make a statement about something they believe in. It's just interesting how you have to go and into such lengths to make yourself seen. But then again, difficult times. But hopefully the weekend won't be a difficult time for you. It will be a time of rest, fun, recuperation, getting the energy for next week, and reflecting. And hopefully you'll join me again at 9:45 London time on Monday for the Coach on the Rocks. Bye-bye.